Hey there, fans of brotherly love wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, brotherly love wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Oh, what am I doing here?
Might as well hop right in. There's a lot to talk about coming off of WrestleMania Tuesday for us.
Yeah.
And
Should be NXT.
NXT coming off of Stand and Deliver, which was a great show in itself.
Oh, my knee.
Yeah, you're good?
Yes.
Better? Okay.
Yeah,
good.
Definitely.
WrestleMania, great. Both nights.
Oh, you want me to
all in all?
I don't know. If I just go with, I think the good absolutely outweighed the bad.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
So I would give night one a B plus.
Mm-hmm. B plus, okay.
And night two, it's tough. It's really tough because the match was great. The ending was not. It just was not. It just fell flat at the end. B plus.
Oh, you're equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good outweighed the bad.
So overall, WrestleMania B plus all around, basically.
Yes. A couple matches I could have taken or leaving.
Yeah. I night one, I think from the consensus that I've seen on social media and at least my point of view, I feel like night one was better as far as the card goes.
Yeah.
The night in general was better.
So that was Seth
Logan and
Mysterios,
obviously, KO,
Charlotte,
Sammy, and Usos,
and Rhea.
Yeah.
And it also left you feeling overjoyed.
It did. It made you more excited for Sunday as well.
And Sunday left you not feeling overjoyed. And then Monday came around and I was like, oh, fuck me.
I gotta admit,
it kind of hurt.
It did.
Detrimentally to WrestleMania weekend.
As excited as we were leading up to WrestleMania and the day of both, come yesterday morning, I was
excited.
Yesterday morning, I felt a little like, of course, it's Raw after WrestleMania, so that always seems to be exciting.
Oh, you didn't feel as excited?
I didn't.
Because of Cody Roman.
Yeah, and I kind of liked the chase being long. I liked the babyface really, really having to work for it. I don't think Cody worked for it, to be honest. Why weren't you happy then? It's how you wanted it to go. No. I wanted Cody to win, but I wasn't as deflated about Cody as everybody else was. Everyone else was bitching and complaining that Cody didn't win. I didn't have a problem with that finish like everyone else did.
Yeah, they got you, but it just didn't I get why it happened that way, but
yeah, there was
Roman
something.
could have just beat him.
Yeah, well, of course, but once it was over, I just felt like I don't know. I don't want to say that I knew Raw was going to be like that. I'm not saying that, but then watching Raw, I was just like, this is like I felt it all day on Monday, and watching Raw, I'm just like, this does not feel like Raw after Mania. It just didn't. And
it started out really good.
It did.
The
first segment was amazing.
It started out Triple H, and then you get Cody and I guess that's all part of the first segment.
Yeah. Cody and Brock.
You're like, oh damn, that's an interesting matchup. That's what I initially thought.
Yeah, and then
I was not surprised.
Took a nosedive.
Yeah, God, it didn't take a nosedive. It just literally just fucking disappeared. It evaporated. It wasn't even in view anymore.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was. It like I said. And look,
because you're thinking surprises, you'll get some cool callbacks, you'll get some goofiness, but there'll be real substance.
Yeah,
there was nothing.
I thought we were
going
to get new storylines. I thought we were going to get.
It was brutal.
Debuts from NXT stars. We got Matt Riddle coming back, which all right. A lot of people were talking about Riddle. A lot of people were talking about Cardona. It just, I don't know. It just seemed very.
Wait, Riddle came back.
Yeah. No. Riddle came back, and Riddle was You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
And then Cardona was talked about, and then of course that was stopped in the very beginning because Paul Heyman said it had to be someone that wrestled at WrestleMania, and that immediately took Cardona out.
Yeah, I was hoping for Goldust, honestly. I was
still holding on to that pipe dream.
No, I think that would have been the ultimate. So it would have been the loudest pop for Goldust ever.
Agreed. Yes. Yeah.
It would have been cooler if we heard it at Mania, because that would have really been the largest Goldust pop ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Shattered Dreams fucking hits.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Or 24 Karat, whatever the fuck it's called.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Either way. So yeah, I'm getting off on a mini tangent. It's still related to topic, but yeah, I am. I was really, as soon as he said it had to be, I was really like, fuck. And I saw Brock come out. I was like, all right, that makes it at least a little bit better.
I agree. I think a lot of people felt that way. Like, as soon as he said it had to be at WrestleMania, in my head, I'm like,
man.
Like, who? Yeah, what?
And I was literally going through the card. I was like, I don't want it to be anybody.
Yeah.
I was literally going through the Mania card. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I said, it would have been the most interesting if it was like Becky Lynch. I think that would have been everything else was like, man, I don't fucking want anybody.
Until Brock's music hit.
Brock hit. Well, Brock gets that fucking pop. It's not fair. He does. He gets the pop. Like, oh fuck, Brock Lesnar, cool. Yeah. I'm still on that train.
I think most people are.
And it almost bothers me
that you are?
That I'm on that train. It almost bothered me because of all the
He's box office though. He you're getting.
He really is.
He really is.
It annoys me because he's such a part timer. And he just I know he cares about the business to an extent, but he gets to pick and choose who he cares about the business with.
True. Yeah. True. That's the way Brock is.
I mean, he's good, very good.
Yeah.
And when he wants to be great, can very easily. I feel like it's just something that's I go on a.
Is it because the reputation for Brock is he doesn't like people?
No, I don't care about that. I don't really like people.
Okay, but you can be around a bunch of people and you're cool and you can be cool with people. Brock is a dick.
People that I know. I don't want to be around a lot of fucking people.
No, you're cool. Like if we go to an arena full of people, you're not a dick to people because
I'm not a dick, but
he's a dick to people just because when he's around people. And that's his excuse for being a dick. Is it? Oh, I don't like being around people. I just like being around my bubble, and I can be an entertainer. He's just being a dick because he don't like people. You're not like that.
All right. Either way, suffice it to say,
that's what I'm saying. Is it because of that?
No.
Is it because that it's literally only about money for him? He doesn't.
No.
I don't think he loves the business like a lot of other people love the business.
No.
Is that it either as well?
I just don't know. Because
when he's that good and you pop for him as much as you do. And you like to
but
see
it bothers me that I pop.
That's what I'm saying. So what?
Because I'm then I'm like, damn it, they got me.
Oh, it's because they got you that you're mad.
Yeah, they got me. I'm interested in them. I'm like, damn it, I don't want to be. I just don't want to be.
It's kind of weird, but okay.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It would have been better if it wasn't Brock and it was someone else.
And you would rather have been disappointed in who it was.
No. I don't want it to be anyone from the roster. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Like out of the roster choice, yes, that was the right choice.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to be him.
Okay. All right, I get what you're saying.
It's not so much Brock hate, but no, I don't want to like Brock, but I do.
I think because you went for a period of not liking Brock anyway, and then he turned you because he started to be himself. He started to be fun to watch.
That was the last Brock. So the initial Brock Lesnar loved.
Yeah.
When he was
and then he went away.
The next big thing.
Yeah,
I love that Brock.
Yeah.
When he was just demolishing people. The Hogan blood thing, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And he was just a monster. There was nothing like him. And he was one of the last, like, big, like, you know how they run vignettes now with, like, their next big guy that they're bringing in? None of them feel real. Brock Lesnar's vignettes, he's a big dude. He's carrying trees up a goddamn hill. Like, that shit. And, like, and they show the vignette of him just being a complete animal fucking in real wrestling.
Yeah.
She was like, man, I'm really excited for this fucking guy. No, I don't feel that way anymore with any vignette guy.
I mean, what is the last, like, think about it. What wrestlers have come up or they've teased that has
lived up to the vignette or has surpassed the vignette?
Yeah. And I'm talking past the 90s and 2000s. Like, we're talking more current. I don't know that they do that anymore, to be honest.
I love that, though.
I do, too.
I love vignettes. It could be serious. I like Mr. Perfect's vignettes.
No, of course.
Like, something like that. Just complete pompous asshole, but still entertaining.
Yeah.
And doing the most ridiculous shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's 90s. But they don't
that would still
do
get,
that.
That would still get over with me.
Yeah, but nobody does it.
Seth Rollins is perfect for vignettes, but he's like commercials, too. But he's like a perfect vignette person.
But NXT still does it.
Yeah, they do.
They do it when they have superstars that they're introducing. They'll do those.
Well, they also do the vignettes for like backstage stuff. They don't really do too many video package vignettes, like out in the wild. Like I like that type of shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's Austin and Booker T in a fucking food store.
Yeah,
like shit like that. Just put them out in the wild and have them do something ridiculous.
Yeah,
LA Knight would be fucking perfect for that.
You're right.
LA Knight would be absolutely perfect. He could be like going down the street and there'll be someone asking for change, and he can just say, go in those pockets and be like, yeah.
But he wouldn't. He wouldn't give them the money.
No, I know.
$1 million man.
No, he'd have empty pockets. And then he'd grab it. He'd be like the sticky bandit.
I knew you were going to go there with that.
What? Anyway, I don't know what drew my mind to that. That's what you get from me.
I don't know.
It's like a literal squirrel.
I already want to move past Raw. I want to move past Raw already because I want to talk about the sale.
Oh, okay.
Of WWE.
that felt depressing kind of too.
I don't think so.
I don't
understand why.
Here's the thing. I don't know anything about Endeavor. Like, I can't pretend to know anything about Endeavor. All I saw is that the thing that I grew up watching for fucking ever had just been sold, and I had the feeling that it was going to change drastically from what I was just enjoying. Like, I got that feeling, just like the feeling you got that Raw was going to not be too great, and you were right. I had the feeling that as soon as I saw that, I was like, I don't trust this. I just don't.
I don't think it's I don't think that's the reason.
Well, here's the thing:
why I don't like. I don't
know. I just had that feeling like WWE just got sold. Like I never thought I would see the day. Like I just figured it'd be one of those things that would get passed down. And when things looked like they actually could just be passed down, like 'cause you have Triple H in control, you're like, oh man, this could actually work. Just keep handing it down. Like, what the fuck do you need? Billions of fucking more dollars and selling it. Like it just felt like he could have been catching royalties and shit. Like
he stands to make more money selling it than he does in
I don't fucking care. He's not going to be around long enough.
He does. That's his point. It's his company.
I hate him. I do. Everything that he gave me that I enjoyed, I hate him now.
I mean,
and I don't even like the way he looks anymore. He looks like an evil person from the 50s that you would see in like a fucking old mob movie.
Yeah, I see that.
He looks like a cartoon, like the coyote in the club, the nightclub. You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly.
Like his eyes are about to get really fucking big.
Yeah. But that's all that is beside.
Is that look part of a gimmick? Because he's going to bring back like a gangster. He's going to be like
he's not going to be on TV.
Oh, yes, but he's going to be pulling the strings in the background.
Well, that's the thing.
After he literally just went on fucking TV and said, or in an interview and said, "Oh, I can't get myself in the what do you call it?"
He was in the weeds.
In the weeds.
Said.
Oh,
yeah.
Used to love being in the weeds. I can't do that anymore. Fuck you.
But see, the Endeavor thing is completely different.
Yeah, but but they're giving him the control back.
First of all, he already had the control back.
Yeah, but
he was already the chairman before this happened. They gave him the control back. The board gave him
but he didn't take because this isn't his company anymore. And he can't be under scrutiny for him because he's the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's now just looks like an employee, right?
Yeah, he's a chairman. He's a chairman of the company, but he's not the owner of the company.
Yeah, so he wiggled his way fucking back in there, didn't he?
Well, we knew that was going to happen. Everyone said. I mean, a lot of people said that was going to happen.
That's not good.
I never said it was good. But Endeavor buying
you seem completely okay with this.
It's
making me unnerving.
Unnerved?
But if I keep doing it, it'll be unnerving.
I'm fine with Endeavor because I don't really. I think the two coming together.
What are they? Who are they?
They're the ones that control UFC. They're the ones who bought UFC from Dana White.
I'm going to be honest. UFC hasn't been that great.
They're not running day-to-day operation. Again, just like WWE, there's people in control of UFC, and then there is the ownership group. It's the same thing with WWE.
Yeah, so they're both going to be not that good.
But Endeavor bought them. It bought UFC at the top of their game.
Okay.
Like McGregor and Rousey level, like actually a little before those. So they've had them, and they were there during the good time. It just, there's no big names in UFC coming up, no household names or names that attract viewers.
Yeah, but there's big names in WWE, but they could severely be dwindled in the hands of someone that...
Yeah, but that's a Vince McMahon thing. That all that problem and him rewriting Raw has nothing to do with Endeavor.
So you think his plan is to run it into the ground and buy it back for half price?
No, I don't think that.
And make it.
I don't think that. If other people were in charge, maybe.
No, he's gonna.
Other than who is?
He stole his father's business
for $1 million. Well, he bought it from his dad for $1 million, and he made $9.2 billion off of it.
Yeah, and now he sold it. This should be a family business.
Why?
He's such an
Why should it be a family business?
Because he already is a billionaire.
Okay.
So send it back, send it downward, and just let it continue to grow.
But, like, who do you think is going to take over after Hunter?
Oh, we'll figure that out.
Well, that's the point. It is doing what he's doing. I can't believe I'm fucking defending this.
You're the fucking heel of this show, obviously.
But see, people don't have a problem with Endeavor buying it. You have a problem with Vince, and everyone has a problem with Vince, and I completely agree. But so the problem isn't him selling.
I'm not
talking.
I just don't like. I didn't like the. I'm not saying I don't. I don't even know who Endeavor is. Yeah. It could have been anybody. It could have been Disney. It could have been Fox. It could have been NBC.
Yeah.
Once he sold it to them, that feeling, no matter who the fuck it is, because I don't know Endeavor, but no matter who it was that was being sold to, and God forbid if it was Saudi, I would have really been fucking.
I was going to say it could be a lot worse.
I understand that, but I just didn't like. I just didn't have a sickening feeling in the pit of my stomach.
It sounds like to you, it feels like personal that he sold it. Like
on a personal level, it felt like that's like and from an ethical and moral standpoint,
I think moral is more what you're looking for. Ethical has nothing to do with it.
Well, he's an unethical person,
but the sale was ethical.
It felt like in my morals, I was like, man, I can't believe he did that. It was almost like it felt like WWE instantly changed. Like it got a new name on their that's what it felt like. And that's probably what it's gonna be like.
I think you're jumping to a lot of conclusions.
Look,
a lot.
If I know anything about movies and TV, I feel like everything is falling into. You ever see the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
I feel like we're on a fucking, and I feel like WWE's on that.
I might be the heel of this show, but you are very, very negative this show.
Yes, but I am like,
I don't understand
I'm in
why.
yes, but I feel like I'm in a majority negative. Like it's not a feeling of I hate everything. It's a feeling like I feel personally let down. Like I have a feeling of letdown. Like, oh man, I can't believe you sold it. It's like
I think this only gets better. I'm not saying the creative gets better. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as far as the WWE concerned in a business standpoint and what is going to happen with the company, I think it's going to get better because UFC and WWE, I believe, will have their own platform, an independent platform. We don't have to deal with fucking Peacock anymore.
Here's the thing.
Down the road.
If the product and the storyline suck, though, I don't care what the platform is. I'm not going to watch the current product.
False, because you watched it for the last 2 or 3 years where it was horrible.
Yes, but no, that was like very, very scarcely. There was
you watched it more than you watched AEW, and AEW you really can't.
2 years ago,
yeah,
I was watching AEW more. It was the thing that got me back in like fully were the Bloodline storyline, and that was pretty much it. And then I just happened to pick up other things that I liked along the way. Like I didn't know about Seth Rollins fucking until I came back. And apparently that was already a thing, and he was already over. Like, I didn't know much about WWE. That's why we did a lot of shows covering the past.
That's true.
So, and we came up with new fucking ideas.
I'm not going to be negative for the fact of being negative. Because, and the reason I say that about the future, because we don't know anything yet. Why am I going to automatically assume? Obviously, the Vince thing looks very bad on the surface, especially after Monday Night Raw. I agree with you there. But I don't think it's just going to completely take a shit. I really don't.
All right. So I will play the whole wait and see. Because look, when it all boils down to it, I am an optimist. And I am. Believe me. Might not come across on this show, but in real life, I will hope for the good and not expect the worst. I will play the wait and see game, but my patience and my actual paying attention and locking in will probably be decided if nothing looks good leading up to this next pay-per-view. And I watch this pay-per-view and it sucks ass, I will be back to my big four and possibly Money in the Bank. And everything else I will not care about.
Yeah.
I will just literally watch 5 pay-per-views and not care about anything else just because they're entertaining pay-per-views. And I will really not care about storyline. And it is very negative to say, but I'm not giving it that long. Because if it looks like Vince is full helm and the storylines go to shit, and everything goes back to how it was, and there's no bloodline or fucking KO and Sammy do absolutely nothing with the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's got.
I don't believe that's going to happen.
Because you have a bunch of new things that like you have a Rhea Ripley that you can't ruin, who's going to be looked as like right there with Bianca. You got. I just had it in my head.
Well, you have Kevin and Sammy.
You got Kevin and Sammy.
Yeah,
plenty of possibilities there, but I don't know if we see DIY come up. and get back together, because that's definitely not a Vince thing. You'll probably see him against the Viking Raiders or something. Or you'll see them run the Usos into the fucking ground.
Who? Just the company.
Just
the company.
Just that storyline, just run into the ground. You get it for like fucking 8 weeks straight.
Oh, KO,
Sammy, and the Usos. Remember, like what they did with and people were like kind of over it. The New Day and
Usos. Eventually,
People were like, it's the only two people that are competing against each other. But when it came to the actual matches, it was actually really good. And I think that would be the same thing with the Usos and Sammy and KO. If they went like 2 months, but they had like 4 or 5 matches scattered in there, I think they would all be incredible.
Of course they would. Yeah, of course.
But it would be like by the last one, you're like, all right, this is good, but come on now.
Yeah.
How is it different?
Yeah,
because that's what they used to do. They used to run those fucking matches into the fucking ground.
I don't think there's, and I'm not talking about match wise when I say this, I don't think there's good tag team wrestling out there right now. No company does tag team wrestling good. Not even AEW. No one is featuring or using their tag team talent the right way.
No.
It's not being used at all.
AEW's got the bloated roster, so everything's either multi-man or...
And that's what I'm saying.
A lot of fucking tournaments.
Like, and don't get me wrong, Wednesday, tomorrow night, we get FTR versus the Guns, belts versus career. But, like...
So with all this... I'm going to jump back and forth here.
Okay.
So if the rumor mill's running rampant, of course, they're saying that some top talent want to leave, Bailey being mentioned as one of them.
Yeah.
It kind of leads me to believe like FTR wins the title and stays and resigns.
Yeah.
Like had Monday night not happened and went completely differently, I would have thought like, oh man, I really hope they're, but after Monday night, I'm like, oh, now I'm a little weary on it. Now I kind of think that they might just win the titles.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of already thought they were just going to win the titles. I didn't think they were actually going to leave anyway.
You thought they resigned anyway?
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I agree. The McMahon thing has severely got me worried about WWE, but it has nothing to do with the sale. It's more the Vince.
Oh no,
the talk of Vince rewriting all of the.
Don't make me keep going back to this. The feeling was bad, and then the aftermath looked like the feeling was justified.
Mm-hmm.
So the feeling was bad, and then Monday comes around, and you're like, "Fuck,
I get it.
This sucks." So it kind of justified the feeling.
Yeah.
So now the feeling is there even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
So it felt like a dark cloud.
Yeah.
And then Monday happened, and it started raining. And I'm just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Let's not get a tornado involved, and not the Texas tornado.
Yeah, I don't know. I read a lot of social media after Sunday night. I watched the press conference and read a lot of the social media stuff and just how everyone was bitching because Cody didn't win. And how do you not give him that title? And how does he not? You told this story. And like I said, I don't think he put in enough work. I don't think it was long enough. I think just him simply winning and going, here's your title match, is not enough for a babyface as far as a chase goes to go through enough. Now, that can be just me, and I've heard other people say it as well, so I know it's not just me, but I feel like, and even Roman said it, and I kind of like how he said it, like, this is not, it's not this fast one and done. Like, this is taking a while. We're going to be here a while. That is what we grew up on, the slow story arc, slow build of everything. I'm fine with that. But the generation now is not. It's TikTok. It's everything right now. It's instant gratification.
And
we need it right away.
And that's why people lose momentum so quickly.
Exactly.
Because it's like, I think I like that person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they won really quick. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
I don't really like that person anymore. Let's find the next, like everyone wants like the 5 second of fame person.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely, because it's what we're conditioned to look. I mean, you watch TikTok, you're watching 7, 10, 15-second clips and then moving on to the next. And not even that sometimes. A lot of times you're swiping past 3 seconds in, 4 seconds in. There is no attention span. So to get a guy like Roman doing what he's doing, going for 1,000 days, it's just fans, even though he's over and even though people love Roman Reigns and that whole storyline.
Yeah, if you're in the building, you do acknowledge the tribal chief.
It's just
in one way or another.
It just, I don't know. People can't do the long build anymore, or they can't stay focused on the long build anymore. I think that bothers a lot of people. Now, do I think Cody should have won? Yes, I think Cody should have won. I think it was the wrong call. But I get why they did it. I don't mind it.
Here's the thing. If Cody wins, then you probably have to scurry for a next competitor unless you're going to run Roman again. But are you going to have Roman win, or are you going to do another one where Roman loses? So it kind of puts you in a hard spot, because if Cody beats Roman twice, then Roman, where does Roman go from there?
Yeah.
Now it feels like the tribal chief is done, and he'd have to revamp.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as he's this guy, like, he's must watch. He's must see. He is a draw, quote unquote. So he's the draw of the company. Everything that he's doing and that he's done has a tremendously large, big match, big moment.
Everything.
Feel.
Yeah. Yep. Everything. I agree.
And it's only heightened. Like, since his last run-in with Brock, and fucking Brock lift the ring with a fucking tractor, and he still won. Like, everything after that just felt like, and then he's in a fucking a monstrous feud with Sami Zayn, of all people, of all fucking people. And Sami Zayn is fucking colossally over, like the most over person in the company that probably has been since Daniel Bryan or Kofi.
Yeah, true. I agree. Well, and that's the thing I looked at as well. Like, and Hunter said it in his press conference on Sunday night as well. Like, yeah, this is what you wanted, and it could have went that way. But, like, what then? What then?
No, they scurry.
Like, what do you do?
Because you don't have the only other top contender that you have, and it'd still be a rehash, would be Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
and you'd have to force,
unless you're getting
and people would side with Seth. I think that would be hard.
Yeah, that would be hard. You're right. That's a 50-50 split from the jump.
Because maybe Seth is just as over.
I mean,
if not more.
You lose your number one guy in the company, as far as top guy anyway. He's still one of the top guys. If he loses Reigns, but if Reigns loses, you lose the top guy.
You lose the biggest draw.
Yeah, Cody goes over, so now Cody is your guy.
He has to.
He has to turn heel.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Well, he wanted to go against Rollins,
and that's what I'm saying.
And it would be a really quick turn.
But you have the rumor of Jay White, and now all of a sudden today, Jay White is not bound for WWE. I think Jay White could have been elevated. Jay White maybe not immediately for Cody.
Yeah, I don't think he would have been.
But
I don't even think he would have been
at least
as quick as you're thinking.
At least it's new, is what I'm saying. If you're going to do Cody, but like, if you don't do it and Reigns wins like he did, now at least you still have your top guy in place. You still have a contender who can still chase, and there's still a story built in. You can still add more things to it, move it around a little bit, and that's still in place, and you can work the mid-card. You can work other things. Instead of having to scurry and go, fuck, who do we got? Who can we do it with? Like, it's easier. And like I said Sunday night when we're watching the event, 1,000 days sounds so much better than 946.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It just, you can't, it's history. Like, we didn't get to see Hogan at that. We didn't get to see Bruno at that.
We weren't alive.
Yeah, like, you didn't. So for this generation to be like, oh, let's put it on Cody because they want it now. Let's get it right now when we can. No, I'm good. And I was talking to John West from Black Wrestlers Matter. I was messaging with him, and he agrees with my point.
Did he throw it up?
He didn't.
He didn't throw it up.
He agrees with me.
Put that
so
back in the pocket.
We were talking about it, and I said when that match ended, I felt like it was the end of Rocky 1. And I said that. I think I said that to you. Like, all right,
said that to everyone in the room.
It's over. Yeah.
I think Chode was the one that you needed to.
Oh yeah.
Convince.
But yeah, it's over now. All right, now it's time for Rocky 2. And John turns around and goes, yeah, the training montage is going to be ridiculous. And I said, yes, exactly. Like, think about what we're building. Look.
Does he chase the chickens?
and probably not. No. McMahon did that already. They're probably not going to rehash that. But
if McMahon is in control, he loves what he's done.
That's true. He loves himself some McMahon. So
yeah, he does.
I mean, but we just went through this and talked about this last week with Moxley and Punk, how they wanted to do Rocky 3. And they did the Rocky 3 storyline where he loses and gets completely smashed and then comes back and beats Clubber Lang. Like, that's, in a nutshell, it's what you're doing. That was Rocky 1. He had this build, came out of nowhere, was fighting the champ, came so close, blow for blow with the champ.
Took a cheap shot to take him out.
Went all the way to the 12th round. And just when you thought he was going to win, he lost the fight. Now he has to rebuild himself. And what was the first thing on Monday night when he said, let's do this now? What is the first thing that Paul Heyman said? No rematch. There will be no rematch. What is the first thing that comes out of Apollo's mouth when they're rolling into the hotel or the hospital in Rocky 2? No rematch. There's not going to be a rematch. This is Rocky 2. We are living Rocky 2 in this storyline.
Does that mean Brock Lesnar is Thunderlips? And that's Rocky.
That's 3. Rocky 3.
But maybe they mix in a little Rocky 3.
They could.
Brock Lesnar is Thunderlips, title of show.
Yeah, okay.
The one here, remember this so you don't have to text me later. The one where Brock Lesnar is Thunderlips.
I got you. I won't forget that, I promise.
Okay, good. Because if I get a text at 10:30 say what's the show title again?
It's too obscure and it's too weird for me to forget that. I got that.
Good.
But yeah, this is what it is. We are in the beginning stage of Rocky 2.
You're trying to convince a Philadelphian that this isn't a good idea. I already love it. As soon as you said Rocky, I was just like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go with the build.
I'm glad. I'm hoping other people see the comparison and see it as I see it anyway.
If for nothing else, and if they do it correctly, it will. We're going to bring this full circle. We're going to get video montages, and it could be really good. We could get some vignettes.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I hope there's, again, I want to be optimistic about this, about going forward. As bad as Monday Night Raw was.
What if Cody steps foot in the Heart Dungeon to get prepared? Wouldn't that be fucking something?
But who's going to be there? Who's going to be in the Heart Dungeon?
Brett? What do you mean? Who's going to
be? You got another pick? Anyone else? He's just going to bitch and complain about how he does things. So what?
The fuck up? No, if Brett was a professional. He was a cowboy. Goddammit. He's a professional actor. He could do this.
What was that show called again? The horrible show that got canceled after like 3 episodes?
I don't know.
But you should know this, Bret Hart fan. I mean, you didn't watch his show?
I dressed up as Halloween.
I watched every episode of whatever Shawn Michaels was on.
Yeah,
so
well, guess what?
You.
No. Who's my favorite?
Sting.
I've watched every episode of Thunder in Paradise with him in it. So I don't want to fucking hear that.
Let's be clear. You watch every episode of Thunder in Paradise.
Regardless.
Anyway.
Yes. But
I miss Thunder in Paradise, to be honest.
You know what? If we go back and watch it now, it's so fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
It is so bad.
I watched the opening 3 minutes of an episode one time, and I was like,
I can't do it.
I can't do this. I can't do it. It's horrible.
But back then, it was great.
It was fucking amazing.
It's funny what you remember, what you try to remember, and you're like, man, I really had a great time watching that. And you watch it now, you're like, God, I did not have a good time at all doing that.
I remember we had a pool out back my house, and I remember when Thunder in Paradise was obviously like premiering and on for a while. I used to take, because my dad's a contractor, I used to take his 5-gallon buckets and go in the pool and pull them down over me and keep your head up because like they had the episode where they were under. I mean, they were underwater a lot, obviously, because of the boat. But like, I forget what one of the scenes were. But like, they were in something to where they had to hold on and they were underwater. I'm like, I want to see if that works. So I would take a bucket of water over my head and go down, and I would just sit. And my mom come up and like, like tap on the top, and I come up I'm like, what? She's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I'm doing what they did on Thunder in Paradise. She's like, you can't watch that show anymore. If this is what you're going to be doing, you can't watch that show anymore. But like, I wanted to, like, it was such a cool concept as a kid. That boat was like Knight Rider to us for our generation. I mean, Knight Rider was a cool fucking car that talked to David Hasselhoff. But like the boat, first of all, the boat was like what?
It was like a stealth
20-foot boat, 25-foot speedboat.
Yeah.
But then like when it closed, it was a giant fucking inside. Like the magic of TV made that thing look amazing.
Yeah.
But like I love that show. Now, yeah, no.
Can't do it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But still.
You mean Terry Bollea, his acting skills did not keep you locked in?
No, not at all. Surprisingly.
Yeah, you know what? The same holds true for like Mr. Nanny and Suburban Commando. Although Suburban Commando I could probably still enjoyably watch.
I haven't watched
as bad
either one of them since back then. No way. Oh, by the way, I do want to, and I wanted to say this on the show so we maybe hold ourselves to it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. More work?
One of our, no, it won't be work. I want to do a 90s show. And it might not even, I mean, wrestling will be included because he said he wanted to do it. But there's a person that has been on our show in not a long time.
Such a bag of dicks.
And I'm looking for a reason to have him on the show, which we shouldn't need.
So that means we're going to have to do it a Sunday at like 11 o'clock.
We're going to have to do an early afternoon show because we want to get Eggy back on the show.
He's such an asshole.
He put out a tweet saying, I want to do a 90s show talking about pop culture, music, TV, and wrestling. And
so his first show, we'll force him to do it, and we'll be the guests, and we'll game plan like four or five topics for the 90s. Because I would love to know his 90s compared to our 90s.
I agree.
Because I think that's going to be the clash right there. Like, I don't know what the fuck was popular over there in the 90s. Were they like other countries where they didn't pick things up to like the 90s were really their 70s or 80s?
I don't think it's probably that long, but I agree. I'm interested to see
like what his popular items were. And he says something. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Like something as simple as TGIF in the 90s. You know what I mean?
What was that for him?
Yeah. Did they have a TGIF?
It's probably like MASH, Taxi, Happy Days.
You're really going
Charles and George. But yeah, we sat down. We sat down every night, every Friday night.
What is that accent?
Oi, we sat down every night. We watched Taxi and Happy Days. The Fonzarelli guy. Hey.
Why do you sound like Russell Brand?
I don't fucking know. Let's try to be a Brit. Hello. Oh, wait. Hello. Yeah, there we go. Pip, pip. Cheerio.
Anyway, I definitely want to do that. So hopefully in the very near future, we'll be doing some kind of 90s episode. We obviously will be talking wrestling in it. But we'll be talking pop culture as well because...
Like, what was his music in the 90s? Oh, Oasis. They probably, like, really latched on to grunge.
Oasis. U2. I mean, U2, one of their better albums. You're talking early 90s.
Joshua Tree?
Yeah.
I'm not a big U2 fan.
No?
So... All right, we'll throw this out there.
We're just gonna go into it now.
Yeah, we're just fuck you. We're going. Bands that people love that I do not. U2 is one of them.
Okay.
Aerosmith.
I knew that one already.
I fucking hate Aerosmith.
I knew that one already.
Bon Jovi, not a huge fan of.
Okay.
Meatloaf.
I mean, I see that.
That's all I can name off the top of my head. But I like all the normal ones. And I like some really bad bands too.
I can't think of the one that comes to my mind of the bands that people love that I hate.
Yeah.
One that sticks out more than any, Pink Floyd. I can't stand Pink Floyd.
I don't. Well, people things that I won't say I can't stand, but I don't like them. Like I can listen to maybe 2 songs. The Eagles and Floyd's one of them. Okay. I can maybe listen to a couple.
What are the Eagles songs?
The Desperado
and Hotel California.
I don't like Hotel California.
Really?
Played out.
Really?
It's played out, and it's not one of my. But Desperado, I do like.
Desperado's a great fucking song.
Yeah.
But what's the other one then?
Desperado in the tune. I said 1 or 2.
Oh, okay.
So Desperado, I sing Joe Corrado. Oh. Joe Corrado.
Why am I not fucking surprised?
And people hate it.
I'm sure your wife loves it.
She's never heard my rendition of Desperado.
Oh man, I'm gonna find a way. Come over to your house. You have the Alexa, right?
Google. So you got to say, okay, Google.
Okay, so thank you for that. I'm definitely doing that now. Wow.
You gotta wait till I'm feeling really good though.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. Check.
So what's the name of this episode?
The one where Brock Lesnar is Clubber Lang. I got it.
No, Thunderlips.
Oh, Clubber Lang. That's what I meant. Thunderlips. In my head, I saw Thunderlips. I said Clubber Lang.
We've gone far.
We've gone all over the fucking place, and
we've gone
places I didn't think we would even come close to touching on. So
you opened Pandora's box.
I did,
and I kept it open to play.
I did. Yeah, that's on me. I'll take blame for this one. But look, we don't know what the future holds. We got tomorrow night, Tony Khan, another big announcement.
What could it possibly? What was his last kind of big, but not so big?
All Access.
Okay.
Talking about by the way, I've
watched clips of it. It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
I like the behind the scenes stuff though. It's not on the same level as 24.
No,
but I mean, it's a peek behind the curtain.
It's more all over the place than I anticipated. Like I thought when I heard.
Well, here's the thing:
Britt Baker and Adam Cole. It was just going to be them, but it was more Sammy Guevara. That's the Bucks. It's more about everybody than just one person each episode.
Here's the thing. That's AEW in a nutshell. Oh, how did I get in this crazy nutshell? That's it. They're all over the fucking place. So what makes you think that they were going to be together on a fucking documentary?
No, but it's not in a bad way. I don't say that in a bad way.
No, but I'm not saying it in a bad way either, but they are all over the place. So it kind of follows suit, maybe plural.
Pretty good show.
Was it though? Wait, was that the one?
Here we go.
That wasn't the one with Zach Morris, was it? Oh, was it?
No,
that was Franklin and Bash.
That's a good show. That's an underrated show. Breckenmeyer and Mark Paul Gosselaar. That's a good fucking show. I don't care who fights me on that one. I'll die on that hill.
It wasn't a bad show. It was not a bad show.
I won't put bad in a sentence with that show. I fucking love that.
I will be on the line, but I'll be a little bit further back with the bayonet. Like I'm not going to jump in front for you, but I'll be back there throwing some bayonet around.
I fucking love Franklin Bash, and I was highly upset when it was canceled. Highly upset.
You won't die on the hill. I won't let that happen, but I'll be in the background. I'll be in the background throwing some bayonet.
Okay. No.
I'm really going to ram this one into the ground.
Suits?
I hope you don't.
Suits was a good show.
Who was Suits?
What do you mean Suits?
Who was it? Who was Suits?
I'm not going to say the actor and you're going to know. You're going to have to see their faces. Honestly.
Okay.
You're going to have to look it up after the show. Wow. We really, really are going all over the fucking place. Let's end the show before we get any further.
But the people might be amused by how far we've taken it. They might be Seinfeld and fucking Kramer in the car. We're all empty.
Seinfeld wasn't in the car for that. It was the
No. It was I'm saying Seinfeld the show.
Oh, okay.
Kramer and the dealer in the car.
Yes.
Where he turns the dealer.
Yeah, that's right.
He turns them.
Where they go Laverne and Shirley and grab hands and just drive.
That could be us.
It could be.
It probably won't be, but it could be.
It could be. Absolutely. We definitely do it. So let's end. I keep saying I want to end.
You got really serious there. No, it could be. No, like it was good.
This has gotten so far from where I thought we were going to go.
And it took me the whole show to break Larry.
It really did. So thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll be talking to you very soon.
You talk about John Cena. How dare us?
It's kind of meh.
It was kind of meh.
Yeah.
Tell you who's not in the now. That A-Town Down prick. Now we can leave.
Yep.